Welcome back. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. I am your assistant teacher Maya Gurani. So today we will discuss the first chapter of history, tracing changes through 1,000 years. We will do a quick revision of this chapter with the help of the question answer. And then after discussing the question answer, I will be letting you know some of the main points of this chapter. So our first question is, who are considered a foreigner in the past? In present, the foreigner is a one who do not belong to India. But in the medieval time, the medieval period, any stranger who did not belong to a certain society or a culture and was not a part of a particular village was regarded as a foreigner. The one who was not a part of the village in their society and the culture, and the people, they considered them as a foreigner. For example, they consider the forest dweller as a foreigner. So, our second question is, list some of the technological changes associated with this period. So, some of the technological changes associated with this period were, the first one is the use of Persian wheel in irrigation. The second is the use of spinning wheel in weaving. The third one is that the use of firearms in combat. Our next question is, what were some of the major religious developments during this period? Some of the major religious developments during this period are seen in the Hinduism. These included the worship of new deities, the construction of temples by royalty, the growing importance of Brahmanas, the priest, as dominant group in the society. Fourth question is, in what ways has the meaning of the term Hindustan changed over the centuries? The meaning of the term Hindustan has eventually changed over the past centuries. As first, Minhaj-e-Siraj, a chronicler, he used the Hindustan word to denote India. Then it was used by the Amir Khusro to refer the culture and people of the Indus River, and then the word used by the Babur to describe the culture, geography and fauna of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. Fifth question is, how were the affairs of the Jatis regulated? So, the affairs of Jatis were regulated by an assembly of elders known as the Jati Panchayat. In some areas, the Jatis were required to follow the rules of their villages, which were governed by a chief. What does the term pan-regional empire mean? The term pan-regional empire means the regions that were left with the heritage of the big and small states that ruled over them. Experience has already seen the emergence of several pan-regional imperial powers affecting in numerous ways. What are the difficulties historians faced in using manuscripts?
While using manuscripts, the historians face a number of difficulties. The first difficulty that they faced, that is, the manuscripts were written with hand, and as a result there was small but significant difference between any two copies. The second difficulties they face, the scribes who copied them introduced changes. As a result, historians have to read different manuscripts versions of the same text to guess what the authors had originally written.
The last question is, how do historians divide the past into periods? Do they face any problem in doing so?
Historians divide the past into periods on the basis of economic and social factors to characterize the major elements of the different moments of the past. Yes, the historians face a lot of problems because economic and social factors do not exist in the status. They have a tendency to change constantly.
Now, let's see the whole chapter in a nutshell.